In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and we ask Him to guide us to right path. Today we have a vocabulary class. Welcome to Faisal Harbi. Hello, Mr. Faisal. Please, if you can hear me, Mr. Faisal, you can type, please, number 1. And you can see the slide as well clearly. Okay, so today we are going to talk about the vocabulary class. So this lesson has been prepared by Mr. Turki Al-Fifi and I am Abdullah Shahrani. Welcome to Mr. Falah Ratebi. If you can hear me and can see the slide as well, please type number 1. Okay, good. So the main goals for this class is students are enriched by new vocabularies. So also the peoples, welcome to Mr. Abdullah Dosri. I hope you can hear me and you can see the slide as well. If you can, please type number 1. And also pupils be able to pronounce English words correctly, and the students be able to use these new words in appropriate expressions. So we now will move to the first slide, the introduction. So we can guess the words or the meaning of these words from the next pictures. So what do you see in this picture? You want to try? They are going to the beach. Okay, good job, Faisal. Good try and good job, Faisal. So they are going to go to the beach. Welcome to Mr. Muhammad Hamadi. What about this picture? Can you try to predict or guess? A pass. Good job, Muhammad Hamadi. Good job, Muhammad. Great. They having a ride around the town. Okay, great, Mr. Faisal Harbi. They are having a ride around the town. Good job, Mr. Faisal. What about this one? What is this? What is the picture here? Can you guess? Can you predict? A pool or a ship? Good try, Muhammad Hamadi. Good try, Mr. Muhammad. We can also call it what? A ferry. We can call it a ferry. What about this picture? Welcome to Rayan Marzouk. I hope you can hear me and you can see the slide as well. A plane. Yes, great, Muhammad Hamadi. Good job, Muhammad. Yes, Muhammad. Faisal, this is not a planet, this is plane. Good try, Muhammad. Sorry, Faisal, it's really appreciated. You are most welcome, Mr. Rayan Marzouk. So, as we know, English has a lot of, according to the title we just explained it. So plane carrying the sun. It's a good. Okay, Mr. Falah, yes, carrying the plane or the sun. So plane carrying the sun. So your point of view from seeing this picture that a plane carrying the sun. Okay, good try. So English has a lot of, as we said before, English has a lot of commonly confused words. So they either look like, look like, or sound alike, or look and sound alike, but have different meanings. So today we are going to talk about the commonly confused words. So what do you think? What is the meaning of the word confused? Can you have any idea about the word confused? Okay, annoying. What do you mean, Mr. Muhammad, by annoying? If we have like a confused words in meaning, like in English. You mean the annoying words in English? It's a good try, Muhammad. So think about different things. Great, good job, Mr. Faisal Harbi. That's okay, Mr. Muhammad. It's really appreciated. Good job, Muhammad. And good try. So if you are confused about something, you cannot think clearly. That's the idea. So if you are confused about something, you cannot think clearly. So now we are gonna move to new words and its meaning. So try to predict the meaning of these new words via looking at pictures, reading the context carefully, and guess the meaning. Try to guess the meaning. So what do you see in this picture? Can you try? What do you see, our brothers, in this picture? School, bus, and students. Good job, Mr. Muhammad Hamadi. School bus and students. Are they happy? Do you think they are happy? I think yes. Where did he go, do you think? To school. Okay, good, Faisal. Anything else, guys? A trip, yes, this is what I'm looking for, Rayyan Marzouk. Thank you, Rayyan. Thank you, Rayyan. Good job, good try. Yes, a trip. So they are going to a trip. Good. So now we just predict the new word which is going to come in the next slide. So now we are trying to predict the new words via looking at the pictures. So you helped me a lot with these new vocabs. So what do you think of these words? Okay, I need a student, please, to read these new words. Who volunteer to do this? Who can read these words? We have like 9 words, so I need a volunteer to read it. Anyone try? It's about moving. Okay, good, Faisal. But I need someone to read, please. Okay, read. I'm gonna give him a star, please. We have like 9 words, so we need someone to read it. Can you try, Muhammad? Faisal? Amir al-Bafir? Can you try? Okay, to save the time, I think I'm gonna read it for you now. So we have different or new words. So the first one is travel, trip, journey, tour, voyage, cruise, flight, excursion, and expedition. So these are the new words that we are going to talk about, starting from travel until expedition. So the first one is travel. Travel is a verb and also used without an object. This is the past form of travel, traveled, and this is the progressive of travel, which is traveling, or the present perfect, or especially British, traveled and traveling. To go from one place to another, this is the meaning of a travel. To go from one place to another, as by car, train, plane, or ship. So take a trip or journey to travel for pleasure. Who can give me a sentence using this word, travel? Who can put it in a sentence, the word travel? I think Faisal Harbi is trying to type something. Or Ryan. I traveled to Dammam. Okay, Ryan, you can say I traveled to Dammam yesterday or last week. So you talk about the past simple. Great, good job, Ryan. Faisal Harbi, I am well traveled to Paris. So whether you use the verb to be am or the future form will. So you can say I will travel to Paris, and don't forget to capitalize the first letter of the name Paris, okay? I can travel to United States of America. This is Hamad Hamadi, good. You have a mistake, Faisal Al-Harbi. This is the correct spelling for the word mistake. I'm gonna try to type it here, mistake. This is the, so I can't say in English, I have a mistake. This is the correct spelling. Good job. Good job, brothers. Okay, the word trip, the next one, trip, it's noun, a journey or a voyage to win a trip to Paris. Number two, a journey or a voyage or run made by a boat, train, bus, or the like between 2 points. It's a short trip from Baltimore to Philadelphia. A trip. Who can give me a sentence using this word, trip? The word trip. We are going to trip by bus. Muhammad Humadi, good. Good job, Mr. Muhammad Humadi. I think Ryan is trying to type. We can say also going to Jeddah or Dammam is a great trip. So the word trip here, we can use it as a noun. So they are going to trip by bus. This is good, Muhammad Humadi. Good job. Who can give me another sentence using trip? Anyone? I will take a trip next week. Good job. Good job, Mr. Rayyan Al-Marzouk. And we will go to knowledge trip. What do you mean by knowledge? You mean going to what? Oh, you mean science trip. This is good. Yes, a science trip. Good job, Muhammad Humadi. So in English we can say a science trip, not a knowledge trip. This is good. Thank you, Rayyan. Thank you, Muhammad. Good. Good job. Now we have moved to the next slide. A journey, which is a noun. The plural of journey is journeys, traveling from one place to another. This is the meaning. So to travel from one place to another, this is the journey, usually taking a rather long time. A 6-day journey across the desert, a distance, a course, or an area traveled or suitable for traveling. This is a desert journey. Tour is a noun also, traveling around from place to place. This is one of the meaning. And the second meaning is a long journey, including the visiting of a number of places in sequences, especially with an organized group led by a guide, a tour, or a journey. Who can give me a sentence using the word journey and another sentence using the word tour? Can you try it, brothers, using the word journey in a sentence? Anyone? I spent a long journey to the United States of America. Good job, Mr. Ryan Marzouk. You spent a long journey to the United States of America. You mean yesterday you spent. This is the past form of spent. Yes, this is the spent. Good job, Mr. Ryan. Thank you, Mr. Muhammad Humadi. Thank you so much, Mr. Muhammad. Yes, because you used Ryan, the verb spend, and the past form of spend is spent. Okay, because it is irregular verb. Good job, Mr. Ryan. Good job, Muhammad. Okay, now we will move to the next slide with the two words with the meaning. Voyage and cruise. A voyage is a course of travel or passage, especially a long journey by water to distant places. Number two, a passage through air or space, as a flight in an airplane or space vehicle. This is the meaning of the word voyage, and it is a noun. Cruise is a verb used without an object. Cruised and cruising, to sail about on a pleasure trip. Number two, to travel about without a particular purposes or destination. Number three, to travel at a moderately fast, easily controllable speed, cruising along the highway, enjoying the scenery. This is we just mentioned the meaning and two examples. We'll try now to move to the next slide because we have to do an exercise together. So be ready. A flight is a noun. Flight is a noun. The act, manner, or power of flying. So the distance covered or the course taken by flight. Object, a 5-mile flight, the flight of the ball. Who can give me a, yeah, it's very simple. Who can give me a sentence using the word flight? Anyone try to give us a sentence or a phrase using the word flight? Can you put it in a sentence, the word flight? My flight is after 4 hours. Good try, Mr. Faisal Harbi. Good job, Faisal. 4 hours. I got it, Faisal. This is 4 hours. Good try. So also you can say I have flight. I have a flight. If you saw somebody in the airport and you ask him, where do you go? Where are you going? He said, I have a flight to Jeddah. I have a flight too. Okay, excursion is a noun, is a short trip or outing to some place, usually for a special purpose and with the intention of permanent return. A pleasure excursion or a scientific excursion. We can say number two, trip on a train, ship, etc. to reduce rate. Weekend excursion to mountain resorts. And number 3, the group of persons making such a journey and excursion of tourists. We just show you the different pictures, and one of them is an excursions. We saw students going to a trip. Expedition, this is the last one. So an excursion or journey or voyage made for some specific purpose as a for or exploration. Number 2, the group of persons, ships, etc. engaged in such an activity, a large expedition of scientists and military personnel. So we just mentioned a lot of new words, and now we come to this exercise. So choose the correct answer. Now we have to choose. Welcome to Turkey, Osler. I hope you can hear me and you can see the slide as well. Okay, who wants to read, please? Who can read number 1? I want a volunteer to read number 1. Okay, Turkey, I'm gonna give you the mic now. You can read number 1 and with the choices, please. Turkey, mic is yours now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, number 1. To go from one place to another as by car, train, place, or ship. A journey, travel. It's a short trip. A tower from a Blackmore to Philadelphia. Traveling from one place to another, usually taking a rather long time. Journey, travel for a long journey, including the visiting of a number of places in sequence, especially with an organized group led by a guide. Trip, tower.
Good job, Mr. Turkey. Thank you so much. Thank you, Turkey. Really sounds good. So the word here is journey and travel. A trip, not a tower. This is a tour. This is a tour. Good try, Mr. Turkey. It's really appreciated. So the first one is to go from one place to another, according to what we have just explained. As by car, train, plane, or ship. What do you think? What can we choose? Is travel or journey? So the word travel with Faisal Harbi. Yes, he is an excellent. Good job. Thank you, Abdullah Dosri, for supporting the student. Thank you, your brother. Thank you, Abdullah. So the first one is, as our brother Faisal, travel. This is the word travel. What about number 2? It is a short trip or tour from Baltimore to Philadelphia. What do you think, brothers? Is it a short trip or a short tour? So Faisal Harbi is a trip. Do you agree with him, brothers? You are most welcome, Turkey. Slayer, you are doing great. That's so great and so nice of you. It's really appreciated. And your English sounds good. Thank you, Mr. Turkey. Feel free to ask and participate. Don't feel shy, brothers. So, welcome to Mr. Abdullah Gharman. So, Turkey, Faisal Harbi, he chose a trip, And Rayyan Marzouk agreed with him. This is good. Thank you, brothers. Yes, this is the correct choice. Good job. What about number 3? Traveling from one place to another, usually taking another long time. Is it a journey or travel? Journey, Faisal Harbi is the first right now. Do you agree with Faisal? Is it a travel? So is it a journey? Rayyan, we are number 3. We just between journey and travel. Oh, no worries. It's okay. It's a journey. Good job, Turkey. Yes, Rayyan. Great. Thank you all. Number 4 is a long journey including the visiting of a number of places in sequence, especially with an organized group led by a guide. Is it a trip or tour? Faisal Harbi just mentioned the word tour. What about you, brothers? So are you tour? Muhammad Hamadi, good job. Yes, the word we use it to travel a long time and distance. This is a tour. A tour means a long journey including the visiting of number of places in sequence. Good. Thank you all. Now we move to the next slide. Who wants to read these items? We have 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I need a volunteer to complete reading. Anyone try to read these points, number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, before choosing the correct answer? Who can read, brothers? Who volunteer to read? Yes, you can, sure. Yes, Turkey.
Okay, number 5, a course of travel or passage, especially a long journey by water to distant place. The choices, okay, expedition and voyage. Number 6, to travel about without a particular purpose or destination. Cruise and trip. Number 7, the distance covered or the course taken by a flying. We have 2, journey and flight. Number 8, the group of person making such a journey, excursion and voyage. Number 9, a voyage made for some specific purpose, as a war or exploration, expedition or journey.
Thank you so much, Mr. Turkey Slayer. You are doing so great. Thank you so much. Yes, he is. Thank you, Faisal. Thank you, Abdullah, for supporting our brother Turkey. Your English sounds terrific, and this is a good work. Thank you so much. So number 5, it's really appreciated, Turkey. A course of a travel or passage, especially a long journey by water to distant places. And so, are you agree with Faisal? It's a voyage. You just choose this one, a voyage. Do you agree with Faisal, brothers? Okay, good job, Faisal. You know, the time flies by, and I think you are, because water, yes, good job, Mr. Rayyan Marzouk, yes, because of the word water here, so a voyage, according to what we have just explained. Good job. Good job, Rayyan. Good job, Turkey. And also to our brother Faisal Harbi. Number 6, to travel about without a particular purposes or destination. We have cruise and trip. What do you think about number 6? A cruise. Yes, cruise, Faisal. What about you, brothers? Are you agree with him? Faisal Harbi choose the word cruise. It's to travel without a particular purposes or destination. I think he is right. I think he is right. Good job, Turkey Slayer. So a cruise is to sail along slowly, especially for pleasure. So the word number 6 is the word cruise. Yes, good job, Turkey. Good job, brother. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Turkey. What about number 7? The distance covered or the course taken by flying? Is it a journey or flight? Number 7. So the distance covered by the course taken by flying, it seems to, by flying, it means like flight. Yes, Faisal Harbi, Rayal Marzouk, Muhammad Hamadi. This is the correct choice, flight. Good job, brothers. What about number 8? The group of persons making such a journey. Is it an excursion or voyage? Okay, Faisal Harbi and Turkey Slayer mentioned an excursion means a short journey or range so that a group of people can visit a place, especially while they are on a holiday. Great, Faisal Harbi, Turkey, and Rayyan Marzouk. Good job. The last one, number 9, is a voyage made for some specific purposes as for or exploration. Is it an expedition or a journey? What do you think, brothers? You are the first one, Turkey. So expeditions, as Muhammad mentioned, Rayyan, Faisal Harbi, Rayyan Marzouk. Thank you all. This is the correct choice. Yes, good job. Expedition. Expedition. This is the correct choice. Now we move to the next slide. So let's guess other words easily confused, as we mentioned before at the beginning. English has a lot of confused words. They either look alike or sound alike, or look and sound alike but have completely different meanings. So now we will just guess and predict other words easily confused. We have arrive, the word arrive, the word get, the word reach, come, and approach. So now we will try to do the next exercise, but before we have to know what is the meaning of these words. Come, and we have, it is a verb used without an object, so the past form is came, and the past participle of the verb 3, come and coming, to the approach or move toward a particular person or place. And here we have an example, come here, or don't come any closer. And we have another meaning for the word, to arrive by a movement or in the course of progress. So the train from Boston is coming. So here we use another example using the word come. Approach, verb, it's also a verb used with object. So there is a difference here without an object, and here with an object. To come near or nearer to. The cars slowed down as they approached the intersection. The next slide, the word reach. It's a verb used with object. to get to or get as far as in moving. It's going, another meaning, traveling, and etc. The boat reached the shore. Number 2, to come to or arrive at in some course of progress, actions, etc. So your letter never reached me. This is the past form of the word reach, because reach is a regular verb. It's a regular verb. Get is also a verb used with an object, to go after, to take hold of, and bring something for one's own or for another purposes, and fetch. So would you get the milk from the refrigerator for me? So we just mentioned a new vocabs with its meaning and with mentioning different examples. So the last one is arrive, verb used without an object. The past form is arriving, and the gerund or arriving. If we add an ing, we have to remove the letter E. Number 1, to come to a certain point in the course of travel, reach one destination. He finally arrived in Rome. So now we will come to the exercise. We have to fill in the spaces with the correct form of the verb. So who can read number 1 for us, please? We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Who can read number 1? Anyone try? Welcome to Fahad Abdulaziz. I hope you can hear me and you can see the slide as well. Anyone try to read, or you want me to complete reading? Okay, the first one is, the captain promised the passengers that the ship would depart in time to go ashore for lunch. What do you think? Which one we should choose and put it? So Turkey, reach. Do you agree with Turkey? So the word is reach. Good job, Turkey. Good job, Mr. Turkey. Yes. The word is reach. Great. Thank you, Mr. Turkey. So number 2. Number 2, now we have, what is the best way to get to your number 2, arrive, Muhammad Hamadi. Okay, good try, Muhammad. But the best choice is, what is the best way to get to your uncle's ranch? Okay, good job. Thank you, Mr. Muhammad Hamadi. But the word is get. The word is get. Number 3. Thank you, Turkey. Thank you, Muhammad. Good try. Number 3, as we, the city center, the traffic got really heavy. What do you think? Get, first, we just choose the word get with number 2. Arrive, good try, Turkey, come, Hamadi. So we still have, anyone try? We just choose the word get and reach. So we have come and arrive and approach. Approach, good job, Turkey. So we cannot choose it again. Yes, this is for sure, Faisal. We can just choose one from the list above. So number 3 is approach. And we have to add an ed because it is in the past simple. Number 4, are you to the airport with us to meet Dennis? His plane is scheduled to at 6:30 or 18:30. So Number 4 is, are you what? Who can give me the correct form for the word? Yes, come, but we have to add something to make it, grammatically. Are you what? Can we say in English, are you coming? This is Faisal, it's Turkey. Wallah, it's a good answer. Thank you so much, brothers. Yes, are you coming? Are you coming? Good job, brothers. Are you coming to the airport with us to meet Dennis? His plane is scheduled to, what do you think, the last space here? What can we add here? Arrive. Thank you, Faisal. Thank you, Muhammad Humadi. Good job, brothers. Yes, the word arrive. The word arrive. So this is a present continuous tense, that's for sure. We use an ing with the word come here because we are talking about the present continuous. Thank you so much, Turkey. It's really appreciated. Thank you, Turkey. So we are coming now to the conclusion. We start with discussing 9 words easily confused in meaning: travel, trip, journey, a tour, a voyage, a cruise, a flight, and expedition. And we knew the function and the meaning of each one. This is the first part. And we move to other example of easily meaning confused words: arrive, get, reach, come, approach. And we knew the function and the meaning of each one. And we did 2 exercises related to these new vocabularies. Thank you all for participating, and it's really appreciated for joining this class. I hope you get benefit from what we have just explained. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And Drus is a great opportunity to you all. Try to participate with brilliant English teachers in Drus. So don't forget to tell your friends and your family members about it. We will be more than happy to join one of our class. I have a class tomorrow at the same time, 4:30, and I'll wait for you. Any questions before leaving? Thank you so much, Mr. Muhammad Humadi. Thank you all. I would like to thank you all: Abdullah Dosri, Muhammad Humadi, Raya Marzouk, Turki Uslea, and Faisal Harbi, Abdullah Ghurman, Amir Al-Wafir. Goodbye, Mr. Turki. And try to define the word goodbye. Good job. Any questions before leaving? And here we have the references. It was from the Traveler for publication. This is the publisher. Anything before leaving? We still have few seconds. You are most welcome. Thank you so much, Mr. Abdullah Dosri. Thank you all: Abdullah Dosri, Muhammad Humadi, Rayal Marzouk, Faisal Harbi. And I hope I can see you tomorrow in a good condition. My class is going to be tomorrow at the same time, 4:30, inshallah. So tomorrow at 4:30 will be another class. And tomorrow we have a conversation class. Goodbye for now, and be well. And have a good night. Thank you so much, Mr. Rayyan Marzouk. في أمان الله. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. في أمان الله. Have a good night.